Well, I was in a really painful marriage at the time with my 2 older kids, a marriage that he just passed away this last year. Yeah. And we always remained friends, basically, once we got through the rough part.
Yeah.
And, but, you know, he too had addiction issues. And so, and at that time, I was completely clean and sober. And so I was kind of dealing with that a lot.
How can you be sober
And live
in
with
a relationship with somebody who's not? Like I have friends who talk about it, and it seems they act like it's easy. Or I'm so codependent. I don't even like when people drink. I don't think I could do it.
Well, it didn't start that way. It started as 2 sober people meeting. And then the revolving door started to happen. And when that starts to happen, it's its own little disease that pops in.
The revolving door of
sobriety, of recovery, of like
relapse, falling,
all that
or
stuff.
whatever you want to call
And,
it.
you know, and at that point, I have a kid. And at that point, I'm in my own sort of like the family disease part of this thing where I'm thinking, oh, this will get better. That was then. That was that one time. This will get better.
Yeah.
The families of we get sick too, and so that whole just
With daydreaming,
with what ifing, with like buying it back, like, you know. I mean, being an alcoholic myself, I know how manipulative I can be.
even not drinking, like it's the personality.
Yeah, even not drinking, but I don't lean on it. It's harder to lean into that when you're sober. It's just harder to be tricky, to have secrets, to be manipulative. It's just harder because it's not the way that I feel comfortable anymore. I just don't. I don't really want to tell you a lie or even a little white lie. I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
Was that gradual?
Very. Oh yeah.
I
was still a liar for a long time. Yeah.
Ugh.
No. Who wants to lie? I don't like it. No. But that becomes, it's like in order to stay in recovery, you still are fighting what's going on in your brain, because it's really, that's where it lives, is in your head, in that thought process, in that perception of things. And the longer you're in recovery and the more you stay around it, that stuff all begins to shift, and you just feel more comfortable in a serene place.
Did you have to manage it in terms of like how it's affecting the marriage, the tension with that?
Yeah.
And should I
go? Should I get? I mean, the first time I went to another room was at the end of that marriage, and having that weird feeling of, I should go, but I can't. Why can't I? Why? And what I understood,
I should leave the marriage, but I'm incapable.
But I'm incapable. And I do realize that what that was I didn't want to break up. It's like I come from a family that was a bit splintered, so I made a family that in my mind was not going to get splintered. And so I was going to ride it out. And that was until it became something that was not, but was possibly dangerous for my children. Mm-hmm. That's what got me out.
What do they, if you can speak about it, or it could be very well private, but what do they think about it?
About which part?
About your kind of ending the marriage.
Oh, they understand. It was one of those things though where the best advice I ever got was, not to say anything bad about your children's dad.
Yeah.
And I never did. And knowing that as they got older, they would see what they would see. They would, and they did. And at that point, there was more conversation about, what the circumstances were.
Yeah. What do you do when they see something negative? Do you just still try to be as neutral as possible?
Yeah.
If they're adults and everyone's an adult?
Oh, if they're adults or if they're little? If
they're an adult,
right,
or near an adult, and they notice something not great, mm-hmm, then do you go like, yeah. Is that because at what point are you not supporting their perception? And
No. I
Seems
think
tricky.
early on, we always talked to, because Kurt basically came into their lives when they were 4 and 6. So we always spoke very openly about addiction and about recovery and we just always have talked that way. So when things got funkier a little bit, sort of teenage years, it was very easy to have those conversations because I believe it's an illness. And I don't judge people with an illness. I'm not going to judge you because you have cancer. So I'm not going to judge you.
What if it's COVID and they didn't get the vaccine?
Well, then I might be a little pissed off. Yes, might be.
Yeah. All right. So
I kind of explained it as this is what you learn about kids. It's like, even when somebody told me raising kids, like, don't give them too much information. Wait till they ask. Like, don't sit down and tell them all about what sex actually is until they start to ask, because they're not old enough to know yet.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it went.
And you would do it with empathy and without
With empathy, with
care
tolerance, and also pissed off, angry. I mean, I don't believe that, when people do shitty things, you get to be mad. You get to feel like, hey, that really wasn't great. And, I think that too. But I think that the messed up part is when you don't let that go. You keep being angry. You continue to stay in that resentment place.
How have you gotten over that?
A lot of work.
I'm asking because as a person who's like a big resentment grudge holder.
Are you? You're a grudge holder?
Yeah. Yes. And it's a problem.
Okay. Well, what I do is, first of all, I really ascribe to the fact of how uncomfortable it makes me, and that they don't even know.
Yeah.
That part is like,
but I
my ego
was of the
gets
mind
in.
of like, but if I'm visibly uncomfortable, they'll know.
Right. Well, they kind of don't.
I know, they still don't.
They still don't.
Yeah.
So then you realize, oh, that's a waste of energy.
Yeah.
And I'm just making myself miserable. And, I'd like to blame other people. I'd like to blame all of you that fucked me over. But the truth is, it's done, it's gone, and I'm the one continuing to live in this place.
Yeah.
So there's that. I mean, I don't like to be uncomfortable. I just don't like it. So I'm going to get over it.
So do you see the first 25 years of your life as being uncomfortable, or maybe it's 30, I don't know when you got sober age-wise, but do you see it as like doing something because you were uncomfortable, stopping it, and then just dealing with the discomfort?
Yeah.
And then like, all right, I got it. Now I know what comfortable is. I figured it out, and I have to just try to stay as close to that as possible.
Yeah, but it's a daily thing. It's not like, 2 days ago, I woke up in complete anxiety, like sort of free form. I don't even know why. I couldn't even tell you exactly what it was. But it was one of those days where I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go out in the world today. I think there's a collective energy going on right now with what's happened in LA.
Sure.
But I was just like, some days are just like that. The difference is now I know where to go with it, and it's not necessarily a therapist. I've done a lot of that, and I do dip in and out of that. But, what I know is that the opposite of addiction is community, is connection. That's the opposite of it. So when my addiction kind of takes an obsessive thinking pattern, like I'm round and round and round on one thing, I know what to do to get out of that, which is to talk to somebody about it, is to write about it, is to just get it out of my body.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the process has been gradual and continues. I'm not fixed. I'm not done.
And you don't judge your how
I should be better by now?
Yeah, your progress.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I don't. There's certain days when I feel, no, actually that's not true. When I have a bad day, I'm the first to say I've had a bad day. And it doesn't matter how many years I've been in recovery. It just really is all, I've learned more from people that have a week of recovery than people that have the amount of time that I do. So, no. Mm-mm.
And you feel like you've probably gotten better at most aspects of your life?
I would say so.
Your youngest is how old?
She's 18.
Yeah, so you're still like...
I know.
Pretty actively a parent.
Yeah, she's going to go to college next year, and we're all nervous about it, but we know it'll be okay. She's out driving right now. It's like,
Fuck. You're
Yeah.
handling it pretty well.
well, I've done it twice already with 2 other kids. It's scary though. It's definitely like, oh wow, she's on the road.
Yeah. You know what helps? Just remember the dumbest person you've ever met has driven tens of thousands of miles without an accident.
Yes, so true.
It's the dumbest people drive.
That's right. You're absolutely right. No,
It's it's weirdly comforting.
It is. It is.
Hey, you should like and subscribe.